Okay. We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin a 6-game West Coast road trip, beginning with a 3-game series at Safeco Field in Seattle to take on the Seattle Mariners. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal BW back for another night of Orioles baseball. How was your day off? Wow. Welcome to July baseball, folks. We survived June, and we did it in style. 60 home runs, an all-time record for home runs in a month. That's what we did with the toughest schedule we had. So we're back for some more action on the road tonight against the Mariners, and then we have a 3-game series after that down in Oakland to take on the A's. Welcome back, fellow bird watchers, here in Charm City Chat, and let me extend a big hello to anyone that might be new to my channel. Welcome in. This channel I just started up in time for this 2024 season, and I've been covering every Orioles game, play-by-play and commentary all season long. The Orioles come in today with a record of 53-31, so that's 84 games in the books. Tonight is game number 85. We're taking on the AL West leading Seattle Mariners, who come in tonight with a record of 47-39. So, folks, I also started this channel because I wanted to build a community for fellow Oriole fans scattered all over the world, a place for everybody to congregate and follow the game. A lot of people out there don't have a way to watch it on TV or hear it on the radio. You can do it right here on the Bird Watcher channel. I'll take care of it with the play-by-play and commentary. We got Charm City Chat here. If you like to chat it up, you won't find a better place to do it. So all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and wait 1 minute, and you'll be able to comment away. So yeah, if you do enjoy the channel, please think about subscribing, whether you want to comment or not. The channel is off to a fantastic start with its growth. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers just 3 months into this thing. I think we're getting to 1,500 by the All-Star break. We'll check on those stats later on. But for now, again, I just want to stress, if you're new, give it a chance. And if you like it, please think about subscribing. And for anybody that's already here, you can go ahead and hit that like button, the thumbs up right there at the bottom of your screen. And before we get started, that would be great. You might as well just get that out of the way, and maybe I'll bug you less about it during the ball game. All right, folks, tonight's starting matchup on the mound, Grayson Rodriguez for your Baltimore Orioles. He's in search of his 10th win of the season, coming in with a record of 9-3, an ERA of 3.72. He'll be taking on George Kirby, very talented right-hander, a record of 7-5, excuse me, a 3.35 ERA. We've got the starting lineups right here below that. You can take a look at them yourselves if you've got good vision. I'll read them over in just a moment, but for now I'm going to make sure I've got this ball game up. I am not used to this West Coast lifestyle. I'm not used to being up at this hour and calling a ball game. I mean, as you can see, the sun is already blaring behind me. The day, what is it, Wednesday morning here now? What day is it? I think it's Wednesday morning where I'm sitting. And actually, if this game goes long enough, it'll be Wednesday morning for you too, if you're on the East Coast. All right. By the way, there was one transaction on the roster. Corbin Burns is back with the team after his paternity leave. He's not going to get a start missed, so he is back. Matt Crook, who you saw pitch one not too impressive inning over the weekend, he has been sent back down, optioned back. And also other very good news, at least according to the Major League probable pitcher schedule, Dean Kramer is scheduled to pitch tomorrow night's ball game. He is not officially back with the team. The roster move has yet to be made, but the assumption is that Dean Kramer is going to be back in the rotation. And what a good time for him to do so. Not only do we need an arm, but he's going to have an offense to face that is one of the weaker offenses in the league. In fact, in some categories, the Mariners simply are the weakest. You can take a look right here for yourself. Batting average in the league, out of 30 teams, the Mariners are dead last, hitting .218 as a team. Their strength is their pitching, and as you can see, even in that regard, the Orioles are a little bit better. 3.44 staff ERA to their 3.58. Folks, first in runs for the Orioles. They're 26th. We got to just score some runs. Yes, Seattle is not an easy place to score runs. Yes, they have a good pitching staff. Yes, if the Mariners are doing things right, then it's going to be a low-scoring ball game. We can win the low-scoring games as well. We've got a good pitching staff, but your boy would like to see some offense tonight and make this nice and easy. I mean, folks, when you look at some of these numbers, it's incredible. I mean, you look at Seattle's number 3 hitter, the only guy on the team with an OPS over 750. The top 6 guys in our lineup have an OPS. Top 7 guys in our lineup have an OPS over 750. That's pretty much to say that Seattle's number 3 hitter, genuinely considered to be the best overall hitter in a lineup, would probably bat 8th for us, maybe. All right, here's your lineups tonight. For your Baltimore Orioles, leading off playing shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Adley Rutschman will catch and bat second. Ryan O'Hearn will be at first base tonight. Ryan Mountcastle is still day-to-day. O'Hearn will bat third. Anthony Santander should be in right field. Let me go ahead and just confirm this. Again, I'm not always 100% sure when we've got Kjerstad and Santander out there. Kjerstad could play the field if you wanted to, with Santander DHing, but tonight it will be Santander in right field. Kjerstad will follow up in the 5-hole and DH. Jordan Westberg will bat 6th and play 3rd. Colton Cowser in left field batting 7th. Cedric Mullins in center field hitting 8th, and Jorge Mateo will play second base and bat 9th. It's a good, strong lineup, considering no Mountcastle against a right-handed pitcher. And for the Mariners, I'll go ahead and just read their lineup off of their Twitter as well. That way I make sure I get all the right positions. Leading off playing shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Ty France will play first base and bat second. Luke Raley is in left field, batting third. Cal Raleigh, the switch hitting catcher, in the cleanup spot. Jorge Polanco, another switch hitter, will play second base and bat fifth. Dominic Canzone, a left-handed hitter, in right field. Julio Rodriguez all the way down in the 7-hole. He's in center field. Mitch Haniger, the DH, in right field. And finally, Josh Rojas at third base, batting ninth again. George Kirby on the mound for the Mariners. Folks, we're about to get started. How you doing there, Charm City chat? Here's a reminder to anyone that might be new to my channel. I probably need to make this announcement farther into the ball game when newer people do show up. But folks, here are the rules with Charm City Chat. Number one, no spoilers, please. Hopefully tonight my ball game isn't going to be too far behind. But if you are ahead of me, you're going to want to get synced up. And the best way to do that is the first out of the ball game. As soon as you see an out recorded, just pause your game as soon as that out happens. No matter how that out is made, just pause it right then and there, and then allow me to catch up, make the call of that out. And as soon as I make the call, you unpause your game, and you're all set for the rest of the night. Easy as pie. But either way, folks, no spoilers in the chat, please. If you type in the event of something that just happened with no other context or anything, then it leads me to believe that you're here simply to spoil everybody else's good time, and that's going to get you put into a timeout, and we don't want that, do we? No. Also, folks, no talk about politics. I think that's self-explanatory. Gambling talk, if you make a passing mention on your bet or whatever, that's one thing. I'm not going to be a tyrant about it, but if you make it a habit and just continually talk about your bets, then we're going to put a stop to it, because most of us are here to watch baseball. We're not here to keep track of your bet. Good luck to you in your bet, but frankly, the rest of us really don't care, as the Seattle Mariners take the field. One last rule, folks, just no personal insults hurled against each other. We understand there might be some good-natured ribbing and maybe a little bit of teasing. Maybe a fan of an opposing team wants to come in and talk a little trash. We'll take care of them, don't you worry. But in general, folks, let's keep it charming here in the Charm City chat. And do it our way. All right, we're about ready to get started here. George Kirby, fastball, sinker, slider, splitter, and an occasional knuckle curveball. That's his arsenal. He throws all of them well. Gunnar Henderson is going to lead it off. He's in the on-deck circle as we speak. And, yeah, we're ready. I think we're ready. Solarino, Timothy, hey y'all. Glad to see BW could wake up at a normal time. Hey, you and me too, buddy. Janet, welcome back in. Good to have you back. We got Landshark. Yeah, that Sunday night baseball experience wasn't too good. But hey, we had a day off. We needed the time. Hopefully we're going to come out looking fresh here on the West Coast. Kurt, how you doing? Eric. I actually believe the Orioles have a chance to do great things versus us. Oh, Eric, you're a Mariners fan. Well, I would think we have a chance. We're pretty good. We'll see how it goes. Elgood, Base, Seeley, Bredax, Grimmish, Shante, Robert, James, Yoko. Folks, I got to hurry up and get ready. The first pitch is coming. Vonnie. Thomas Fitzy, how you doing? Pure, hey, Pure, if you send people over, thanks so much. All right, hopefully your Mets hung on and won the game. Folks, we're about ready to get started. First pitch of the ball game. George Kirby is on the mound. Gunnar Henderson is at the plate. And here we go. This pitch is up and away for ball one, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Just a little bit outside, maybe a little bit high. Let's see if I need to refresh this over here. Next pitch is fastball, top of the zone, swung on and missed by Henderson. Count even up at 1-1 Let's see if this gives you the strike zone. This might be one pitch ahead. If you don't want to get spoiled, don't look at the screen. The pitch is fouled straight back onto the screen there. 1-2 strikes. What happened to that little strike zone action? I need to go here? I don't know. It's Yahoo, folks. We go back in time for our information. 1-2 strikes on Gunnar Henderson. And then 1-2 pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Where is this? Where is the, gosh darn? I don't know what happened to the strike zone. Here comes the 2-2 from Kirby, and that ball is swung at and missed. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Gunnar was late. Plenty of zip on that fastball. It's not just the velocity. That ball was moving. Just tailing away from Henderson the whole way there. Onto the outside corner. Tough pitch. 1 up, 1 down. Here comes Adley Rutschman. This is Kirby's 18th start of the season. First pitch to Adley, swung on him, foul back. Again with the heat, 98 this time from Kirby. Rutschman batting from the left side tonight against the righty. Comes in tonight hitting .294, 15 homers and 55 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground, shortstop. Actually, I think that's the third baseman on a very, very pronounced shift. The third baseman in the shortstop position makes that play on the ground ball, throws out Rutschman for out number 2. So, yes, that was Josh Rojas making that play. 2 down here in the top of the first. And here comes Ryan O'Hearn. Come on, Charm City Chat. Let me hear ya. First pitch to him is at the top of the zone for a called strike. Ryan O'Hearn. 285, 10 homers, 34 driven in. This is a breaking ball swung on and hit to left field. Going back on it, and at the edge of the track, the catch is made out there by Luke Raley. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for George Kirby. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Mariners coming to bat. Now, where the hell? Oh, now it's there. Now it's there. Okay, it just magically arrived like a leprechaun. All right. Due up for the Mariners, Crawford, France, and Raley. Hopefully Grayson Rodriguez is going to be on point tonight. Again, if the pitching is fine, I'm not worried. If our pitching is good, I'm not worried. I'm not worried if it takes us 3, 4, 5 innings for that offense to get going. We've seen it happen dozens of times this year already. I just want to see us do what most people do, which is keep the Mariners from scoring. All right. Janet, how you doing, hon? By the way, I'm sweating balls here. It's a hot one today already, and the sun's already up. Doing my morning run around. Trying to cool back down. But do you ever have that problem? You're out there in the heat, you're doing your thing, and then you go back inside, you're like, oh, I need to get ready. I got company coming or something. I got to cool down. If I just run inside right now, cool down. But then you sit there waiting to cool down, and you never cool down because you're thinking too much about cooling down. And I don't know. Am I the only one with that problem? I might be. All right. Where are my glasses? How are you doing? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. What's happening? Everybody else is already done playing tonight, I think. There are a few games still going on. Okay, never mind. I forgot that this isn't an 8 o'clock, or this is an earlier start. I don't know. I'll call the game. I'll do that. Here's J.P. Crawford. Grayson Rodriguez, 15th start of the season, 9-3 record. First pitch is off the plate outside for ball one. 82 in the third inning so far this season. 89 strikeouts, 25 walks. 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Crawford, a left-handed hitting shortstop. Over by way of Tampa. This one's at the top of the zone, and Rodriguez gets the strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Folks, it does appear that the graphic you're looking at on your screen, if you're following along with it, you're going to be a little bit ahead, as that one is a called strike 2 on the outside edge. 2-2 the count. So I'll leave it up to you guys, whether or not you want a 1-pitch spoiler. I'll try to keep an eye on it. If it gets a little too spoilery, then I'll just have to scroll on down to the lineups part of the page. 2-2 the count on Crawford, hitting just .215 at the start of today's ball game. This ball is fouled away off to the right, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are right there, my friend. The pitch is lifted into the air, pretty deep center field. Mullins on the track makes the catch into that, near that wall. A hard setting sun here in Seattle. Anything hit deep in the outfield. A tough glare sun, and Mullins not wearing any shades or any sort of eyewear. Able to track that ball down for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Here's Ty France. Right-handed hitter hitting .232, 8 homers, 29 RBI. And on the first pitch, he grounds one to Gunnar Henderson. Routine play, it should be, and it is. As Henderson throws out France on 1 pitch. Ty France immediately right back to the dugout. 2 down in the inning. Here's Luke Raley. Again, the only batter in this lineup with an OPS, that's on-base plus slugging percentage, sort of adding up how often you get on base and how hard you hit the baseball. He's the only one with a OPS of 750 or higher, and it's only just over 750 as he takes strike 1 on the outside edge. Next pitch is fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes on Raley. He does have an .866 OPS at home this season. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Grayson, 3 pitches, strikes out the number 3 hitter in style. 97-mile-an-hour heater, top of the zone on the outside corner. Down goes the Mariners. Down go the Mariners. We go to the second inning, no score. All right. Grayson looking good in the first. Seattle looking like Seattle at the plate. So far, so good. We will have the middle of our order, Anthony Santander, who, folks, by the way, mostly do, well, I wouldn't say mostly. I'd say it's maybe 50-50 split. You know, when they first opened up the All-Star voting, obviously Aaron Judge and Juan Soto take up 2 outfield spots, and they are garnering a ton of votes. They're among the vote leaders, if not the vote leaders, in the American League overall. But there is that third outfield spot, which Kyle Tucker was leading in, the Houston Astros right fielder. He was initially leading, but I've seen recently that I think Anthony Santander is now third place, which means he would be an all-star starting outfielder if he can hang on to that spot. So, folks, if you haven't voted for the all-star team yet, go ahead and do it. We've got 4 legit starters out of 8 that could be in the field for us, plus Ryan O'Hearn as a potential DH. Ryan Mountcastle, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, and Anthony Santander. At least 3 of those guys are going to be starting. We could possibly make it 4. Not to mention Corbin Burns is probably going to be on the mound, if not to start the game, then sometime in the first couple of innings. All-Star games coming up, folks. We've only got a few more series. We got another Monday off next week as well. So, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks until the All-Star game. Is that right? All right, here we go, folks. Anthony Santander at the plate. Get those taters up in the chat. And speaking of up, the first pitch from Kirby is up. Way upstairs for ball 1. As Santander does a little bit of a shimmy in the box between pitches here. The 1-0 pitch is lifted up and out of play behind the plate. Folks, where are those taters? I know we've had a day off. I know we're out west. Maybe we might be a little bit discombobulated. But let's not lose our focus. Anthony Santander is demanding your participation. The 1-1 pitch is lifted in the air to right field, but it's off the end of the bat, and coming in on it is the center fielder, and it's going to drop in front of him. How about that? And I got to tell you, it's that big swing of Anthony Santander that led to this bloop hit, because I don't think the center fielder was coming in on this ball immediately. I think his initial step was a step back. Oh, yeah, he moved. He sort of moved to his left and then came in. Either way, we've got a runner at first, nobody out. Here's Heston Kjerstad, folks. Silent J at the plate. First pitch swung on and missed. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball that, again, to a left-handed hitter, moves away toward the outside. 0-1 the count on Kjerstad, who's hitting .300 in limited action. 5 for his last 8 as he fouls this one back. No balls and 2 strikes. I should be getting this up here and ready. Where is this up here? Let's see. All right, the 0-2 to Kjerstad with Santander at first base. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. My goodness, Kirby has got a fastball tonight that is not easy to get to. We've got 1 hit off of him so far, and that was off the end of the bat from Santander. We have yet to square up Kirby, and it might be a difficult task tonight with the way that fastball's looking. All right, first pitch to Jordan Westburg is fouled away. Westburg comes in tonight hitting .281, 13 homers, 48 driven in. He's at third base tonight. Did the Yankees lose? Tell me more. They were playing Cincinnati, right? That game, did that just go final? Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground on a bounce to short, to second for 1, to first. Double play. Jordan Westburg grounds into a twin killing, and although Kirby does give up a hit in this inning, he faces the minimum. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles nothing and the Mariners nothing. 5-4 Reds. Oh, we got to go back and look at this box score. What happened? Yeah. What happened here? Oh, my goodness. Oh, actually, the Reds had a 5-0 lead, and then the Yankees came back with... Oh, did Judge hit a home run, but the Yankees came up short? Oh, man. Don't you hate it when that happens? Don't you hate it when Judge and Soto do things, but the Yankees lose anyway because they're just not balanced enough of a team? I hate it when that happens. Oh, Louis Heel, did you lose again? What happened, man? I thought you were going to be a Cy Young Award. What happened? New York. Ah, geez. What's this? The bottom of the order? 0 for 4, 1 for 4, 0 for 3, 0 for... Oh, gee. Did the bottom of the order stink up the joint again? Oh, New York. Oh, boy. I feel so bad for those Yankees. What are you going to do? I'm sure they won't freak out about it or anything. All right. Where's the coffee? How's everybody doing? I'm feeling a little bit weird tonight, even by my standards. I'm a little bit off. I don't know what it is. I think I'm feeling okay. Maybe it's this start time. I don't know. Isn't that a shame? Isn't that a shame, the Yankees? All right, bottom of the second. Here we go. Cal Raleigh. He's not even the best Cal R in Major League history. Not even close. But here he is. First pitch to him from Grayson is fouled straight back. Strike one. Raleigh having a Raleigh-type season, a 202 average, but he's got 14 homers and 50 RBI. 0 for 3 against Grayson lifetime as this ball's popped up. Going out on the outfield grass is Henderson and nearly colliding with Cowser, who calls him off. Come on, Gunnar. That's an outfielder's ball. You don't have to get everything. I swear. Sometimes Gunnar thinks he's Tanner Boyle from the Bad News Bears. He's got to take all the plays. Cowser with the catch. One out here quickly in the bottom of the second. Here's Jorge Polanco. Switch hitter from the left side. Looks at a breaking ball for a called strike. Polanco hitting just a $197 on the season. 5 homers, 15 driven in. 15 driven in halfway through the season? As this pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Has Polanco played every day? Or in general every day? 15 RBI? Wow. 1-1 pitch is just a bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Polanco's on-base plus slugging percentage on the road this season is .492. That's not his slugging. That's his on-base plus slugging. As he swings and misses on the changeup, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matt has tested positive for magic. Well done, Matt. Well done. 2-2 the count, 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Base is empty, no score. The pitch to Polanco is swung on and missed. Grayson with the high gas, no chance. Polanco going out of the zone just to try and stay alive. On back to the dugout for him. 2 down. Bring up the next guy. Grayson's looking in the mood tonight. We might have a real pitcher's duel tonight, folks. A serious pitching duel. That's looking that way early. Two down. Here's Dominic Canzone, who takes a called strike. Canzone, which is one of my favorite things to order off the Italian menu. Swings and misses here. 0-2 the count. He's hitting .220, 7 homers, 14 driven in. He's faced Grayson just one previous at bat, 0 for 1. 0-2 the count on him here. And a breaking ball in the dirt. He lays off 1 ball, 2 strikes. Canzone coming off a nice road trip where he hit .292, 7 for 24, scored 6 runs, had a home run. So these are his numbers improved. As he swings and misses on the breaking ball, forget about it. Strike 3, Grayson Rodriguez has got ace stuff working. I know it's the Mariners lineup, and they're not that strong, but they're also a major league lineup with names you know. And so far, Grayson is looking the business. We go to the top of the third, no score in Seattle. Grayson is looking the business. Folks, it has to be said. There might be an outing by one of our starters through 2 innings that has looked as strong as this. I can't think of one that's looked stronger. I mean, this is about as good as it looks. Let's hope he can keep it going. He'll have the bottom of the order in the third. All right, we'll be sending up the bottom of our order as well. Except our bottom is better than their bottom. We got the better bottom. All right? Bottoms up. That's what I say. Speaking of. It cures what ails me. All right. How's everybody's day off? Talk to me, Charm City chat. I got no idea what kind of numbers to expect tonight for this West Coast ball game. We've already got 120. Okay, this is where we can start. Folks, 2 innings in the books. We got a long way to go. A long time. I don't want to bug you about hitting the like button all night long. And you don't want to hear me bug you about hitting the like button all night long, but you're here. You're going to be here a while. I'm just asking you kindly, please. Go ahead and get it out of the way. And look, this isn't me trying to, get on your case. I get it. I log on to YouTube channels, whether it's live or whatever, and I forget to hit the button. I'm just being, just a little friendly reminder. All right, we'll be over 50 here in a moment. Here we go. Top of the third inning. Colton Cowser at the plate, folks. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. Cowser's 2 for 3 off of Kirby, and this is a line drive that's stabbed by the second baseman, Polanco. He backhanded it while on the ground. He has to throw to first. He didn't catch it in the air. But Jorge Polanco just stopped a line drive from Colton Cowser from getting into the outfield for a hit. 1 down here in the top of the third. And that brings up Cedric Mullins, folks. Ced, what you got tonight? First pitch is fouled off to the right. 0-1 the count on Mullins, hitting .218 on the season. 9 homers, 28 driven in. And, folks, people talk about the Mariners' Julio Rodriguez and how much of a young superstar he is, and he certainly has the tools. But, folks, take a look at Cedric Mullins' numbers this year and compare him to Julio Rodriguez. They're both center fielders. Pretty much the same. In fact, Ced is leading in some categories, excuse me, including on-base plus slugging percentage. As he fouls another pitch away. No balls and 2 strikes. The next one is upstairs from Kirby. 1-2 the count. But I would definitely consider, without knowing for sure, that if I were to go to a Mariners podcast or a live stream chat room, I don't think anybody's asking for the team to move on from Julio Rodriguez. As Mullins fouls this one away. Still, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's the count. That's the count. One out, nobody on. Top of the third. The 1-2 to Mullins is hit on the ground, foul. Off to the right. We'll do it again. So the Yankees have lost. So now we're what? Are we 3 games up in the loss column? 2 games up in the loss column? This pitch is high. 2-2 the count now on Mullins. Starting to see some pitches here. Make Kirby work a little bit. That's the least we can do. Two pitch is up and away. Okay, Mullins works the count full. And you can look at the pitching graphic here. Everything has been high or low. There has been nothing for Mullins to hit yet in this AB. Let's see if he gets something here on 3-2. The pitch is upstairs for ball 4. Mullins never saw a pitch in the zone, and he draws a walk. Well done. Well done by said Mullins. George Kirby doesn't give up walks a whole bunch. All right, 1 on, 1 out. Here's Jorge Mateo. First pitch to him is, well, there goes Mullins down, and he is out. I called him out before the umpire did. Cal Raleigh threw a cannon on the money down to second base. Mullins took off on the first pitch. And that was just as easy as you like for Cal Raleigh. I mean, he popped up and threw that one on the money. Absolutely perfect execution. So Mullins is off the base paths, 2 down, nobody on, and now Mateo with a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2 on him. Easy come, easy go. Last time these two teams played, the Orioles were 4 for 4 in steals. They are 0 for 1 so far in this series, as this pitch is off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jorge Mateo. Mateo 3 for 10 off of Kirby. That's a nice sample size. One-two pitch is reached for and fouled back. That pitch was a solid 5 inches off the plate, but Mateo wanted to protect. 1-2 still the count. And the next pitch is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see. What are we up to on pitch count here with Kirby? I like to see over 30. He's on 32 pitches. Okay. Let's make him throw a couple of more if we can. The 2-2 to Mateo is swung on and popped up. This should end the inning. Right field. And that's Canzone out there. He makes the catch. The inning is over. The Orioles draw a walk, but leave nobody on base for the second time in the ball game. The bases are left empty after getting a man on. Once via a double play. A runner thrown out trying to steal. That being Cedric Mullins. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Just 1 hit between the two teams. Bottom of the order, due up for the Mariners. Folks, how many of you out there watch or maybe check in on the Ryan Ripken podcast or Ryan Ripken show on YouTube? I know a few of you out there, like Shantae. I've seen you in chat before. I got to tell you, there's a lot of talk about who to go after at the trade deadline, and I got to tell you, I really like the idea of getting Max Scherzer, folks. I think we can get Max Scherzer. I think we can get him for a decent price, and I think the Rangers are going to not be in it. And I think they're going to want to offload an arm like that, especially when they still got Jacob deGrom on the team. They're still paying him. I am thinking yes to Max Scherzer. Here's what I want. I want us to not lose any of our stud prospects, which I think we can get. We can get an arm like Scherzer. Yes, it's a short-term solution, but that short term is to win the whole damn thing. He's got the experience. I love the fact that he's basically going to be starting his season now, so his arm should be great come September, October. It might be in that mid-season form that you want. I hope we can figure out a way to make a deal. All right, Julio Rodriguez at the plate. The first pitch to him is a strike. Rodriguez is dealing. Rodriguez hitting just .247, 7 homers, 29 RBI at the halfway point of the season, past the halfway point. The Mariners have played 86 games already, and he doesn't have 30 RBI. Unbelievable. This pitch is high, 1-1 the count. Next pitch, outside on the slider. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rodriguez does not have an extra base hit in his last 12 games, as this one's popped up and out of play. Count even up at 2-2 on Julio Rodriguez, leading off the bottom of the third. Working on getting a Discord link in there. The last one I posted should still be fresh. I think they last like 2 weeks. 2-2 count on Julio Rodriguez, leading off the bottom of the third. The pitch is outside. That ball breaking away all the way to the plate. Easy for Rodriguez to lay off, and the count runs full. Mitch Haniger is on deck, right-handed hitter. Payoff pitch to Rodriguez is fisted, and it's going to be a looping catch made at second base by Jorge Mateo. As that bat might have broken on that swing. It made one of the uglier noises you'll ever hear coming off the bat. So it's a soft, what do you call it? Soft pop. Soft short pop to second. I don't know how else to describe it. Here's Mitch Haniger. First pitch he goes after, and it's grounded to Henderson. Near the second base bag, he throws, and he'll get Haniger on one pitch. 2 out here in the bottom of the third. 8 up, 8 down so far for Grayson Rodriguez. And he's done it on 28 pitches. This is domination stuff so far. First trip through the order. Here's Josh Rojas, the number 9 hitter. Looks at a curveball, doesn't get the call at the top of the zone on the outside corner. Rojas hitting .253, 4 homers, 16 driven in. This pitch is low and in. Check swing by Rojas. They appeal, no swing. 2 balls, no strikes. Yep, that was just Grayson's 30th pitch here in third with 2 down. Averaging just a little over 10 per inning after this pitch. That's high. He's fallen behind Rojas here 3-0. We are not giving anybody Kobe Mayo. We're not. Folks, don't worry about it. Kobe Mayo is not going anywhere. This one is a called strike, 3-1 the count. The only way I could see somebody like Mayo going is if we somehow got Tarek Skubal from the Tigers. And Skubal is in his prime. He's got years remaining. This is a line drive up the middle by Rojas for a base hit. Skubal is a Cy Young Award candidate and ace right now. And that would be the kind of And plus he's young with years of control left. That's the kind of talent it would take to pry somebody like Coby Mayo away, and I just don't see it happening. Anything else, it's not going to take Coby Mayo. I promise you. J.P. Crawford coming to the plate, and your boy's stream just froze on him. Okay, here's the pitch. It's apparently low for ball one, or high for ball one. Up or down? Oh, according to the screen, it says high. We'll take it. Want to know the count on Crawford. Next pitch is hit on the ground to second. Mateo has it to first in time, and the inning is over. So Grayson gives up his first hit of the ball game, so we don't have to worry about talking about a perfect game or a no-hitter. Now we can just sit back and talk about how Grayson Rodriguez is absolutely looking dominant tonight, and I'm feeling very good about how things are going to be on the pitching side. We just got to get the bats going. Second time through the order for the Orioles coming up. It's time to get some runs. Gunnar, Adley, and O'Hearn due up. Oh, when will? Oh, okay. I saw something about Orioles looking for pitching, and then I saw the name Coby Mayo, Calvin, and I kind of did that scanning thing where I didn't read every word. Yeah, we're going to call up Mayo eventually. It's probably going to come down to what shakes out with this trade deadline and who goes where. And once the dust settles, we'll figure it out. But between now and September 1st, Coby Mayo is going to join the team unless there's a setback of some sort, which, of course, nobody wants. But he's absolutely raking down there in AAA again. There's no reason to not give him the call. And he just adds so much more dimension to this lineup beyond his talent. Just that right-handed power bat on the infield. He's perfect as a DH candidate against left-handed pitching in place of Ryan O'Hearn. You could still have like Westberg at third and Mateo at second base. And then an occasional start against right-handers. You know, instead of going with Westberg and Mateo or Westberg and Urias, you go Westberg and Mayo. And even though I want Westberg at third, obviously he's going to be switching back and forth for now. Once Jackson Holliday gets into the mix, that's a whole nother can of worms to think about. But one way or another, if a player gets called up and they start doing the business, they'll make room for you. I mean, folks, Gunnar Henderson, we weren't planning on him being a shortstop, but he kind of carved out the role. Speaking of, here he is. First pitch is swung on and missed. And, folks, I've had enough. Clearly, we need some help from the sub screen. Folks, we're on the road to 1,500 subs. 87 to go by the All-Star break. That's not even 10 per game. We're going to get there. Help us get there tonight. As the 0-1 to Henderson is taken low, ball one. Gunnar comes in tonight with a 287 average. Well, I should say coming into this at bat. He's got the 26 homers, 58 RBI. And I believe he's up to 77 runs scored. Is that right? This one's hit on the ground and through, a base hit up the middle. And there you go. We go to the sub screen for Gunnar, and he starts a rally. Turn on the faucet, folks. Top of the order. We mean business. Kirby might have gotten us the first time through. Now you got to do it twice, George. Now, Gunnar, I don't want you to run on Cal Riley unless you really, 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 really know you can do it. No need to test that arm again. Not yet. Here's Adley Rutschman. First pitch to him is a breaking ball, bottom of the zone for a called strike. Adley is 0 for 1 so far tonight. No score here in the top of the fourth in Seattle as the umpire jumps from out behind the catcher to pause the game for some reason as the camera cuts to some moving, annoying, obnoxious camera that I don't know why we're looking at, but okay, back to regular camera. Here we go. 0-1 the count on Adley. Gunnar at first. The pitch. There's a called strike. Just catching the outside edge on that pitch. is Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes on Rutschman. Henderson at first, no score. First game of 3 here at T-Mobile Park. I think I called it Safeco Field at the top of the program. I can't keep up with these names. This one's hit on the ground. This could be 2. They go to second for 1, and it actually hits Gunnar on the foot, and everybody is safe. Jorge Polanco's throw to second was low, and it looks like it hit Gunnar right on the foot just as he was sliding in there. Oh, actually got him off the bottom of the back, just above the belt. Polanco hits the base runner, and everybody is safe. 2 on, nobody out. Ryan O'Hearn is due up next. That's got to go down as an error. You got to give it to Polanco there. Ryan O'Hearn. Let me hear you, Charm City chat. First and second, nobody out. The pitch is hit in the air, left field, and coming in along the foul line, making the catch is Raley, 1 down. Nobody can advance. Not a good AB there from Ryan O'Hearn. Going after the first pitch and popping up and not allowing anybody to advance. Folks, get those taters up and get them up quick. For the love of all that's holy, we need a rally. What do you want? Uh-oh. There, put those in. There's a few. Anthony Santander at the plate. Gunnar has, I believe, 58 RBI, 56 or 58. Here's a check on Henderson at first. He's back in with a slide. I think it's 58 RBI there, Calvin. First and second, 1 out. The pitch to Anthony Santander is, oh, come on with that call. That's inside. 96. Just a touch inside, but Kirby gets the call. 2 on, 1 out. 0-1 count on Tony Taters, who's 1 for 1 already today. The pitch is a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Henderson is at second base. Adley Rutschman is at first. What did I say? 1 out, first and second. Henderson got hit in the back on a potential double play ball. Then Rutschman reached on the error. O'Hearn flied out. Santander at the plate. 0-2 the count. Here's a check on Henderson at second. And, wow, J.P. Crawford is asking the dugout for the Mariners to maybe think about challenging. And right now, they say no challenge. Gunnar just getting back in there. 0-2 the count still on Santander. First and second, 1 away. And the pitch is way high, ball 1. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're on the sub screen because we're in the middle of a rally. Scoreless ball game here in Seattle. Top of the 4th between the Orioles and Mariners. 2 on, 1 out. First and second. And a 1-2 count on Anthony Santander. Here's the pitch. That one's reached for on a pitch high. And it's going to just get out of play by a few rows on the left side. Third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This game suddenly has slowed down. 1-2 pitch to Santander as Kirby wiggles his glove. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Santander did well to get a piece of that one. A breaking ball on the outside. He went out and reached for it. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gunnar at second, Adley at first, 1 out. The 1-2 to Anthony Santander. Here it is. Low and away, ball 2. Tony hanging in there. And Kirby is starting to labor a little bit again. He had a very quick 3rd inning. Pitch count still not an issue, but let's keep the rally going. Okay, 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right. The at-bat will continue. You know, it happens sometimes, my friend. It's not always easy. Sometimes I do it super loud and then I back off. Sometimes I do a quieter version, a little bit closer. You know, it happens. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again. I mean, this pitch, I don't know how Santander got a piece of it. 97 coming up and in on his face. 2-2 pitch. Reach for, hit on the ground, and past the diving glove of Polanco into right center field. Gunnar Henderson's going to come around to score. What an RBI at bat there from Anthony Santander. Folks, Orioles magic alive and well. It's Baltimore 1, Seattle nothing. Look at that pitch. Look at Tony go out and reach for it and pull it on the ground somehow and find a hole. Absolutely brilliant piece of wood handling there from Anthony Santander. That man knows his lumber. You see what happens when I do a bugle charge that's a little too loud? It works. As Heston Kjerstad takes off the plate for ball 1. I mean, you can't tell me to change the bugle if that's what happens. 1-0 the count on Kjerstad. First and second. That's a called strike. On the outside corner. So now you have Rutschman at second base, Santander at first, 1 away. A 1-1 count on Kjerstad, who's 0 for 1 so far tonight. We're still hanging out here on the sub-screen. We're looking for more on this rally. The pitch, swing and a miss. Challenge fastball right there. Right where a batter would like to see a fastball. That's the 20th pitch of the inning from Kirby. 1-2 the count on Kjerstad now. And the 1-2 is reached for and popped foul behind the plate. Top of the zone. Kjerstad gets a piece, and Kirby's got to be wondering, gee, normally these are the sort of pitches that strike guys out. How are these guys getting a piece? One and two on Kjerstad. Pitch. He lays off one in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Man, I love the Orioles' plate approach. These last two at-bats, you got a couple of sluggers up there who are known to swing with a large zone, especially Santander. He can go after anything. But they're also showing some patience as well. 2-2 pitch. Up and in, ball 3. Full count, 2 on, 1 in, 1 out. The payoff pitch to Heston Kjerstad. Here it comes. And he reached for one and fouled it away. Just a bit off the plate outside. Kirstead hanging in there. Kirby has got to be wondering, when is this inning going to end? There's only one out. I've thrown way over 20 pitches already. Another payoff to Kirstead. Swing and a miss. And you could hear a little bit of a foul tip on that one. Kirstead might have just got a little bit of a splinter of the bat on that baseball, but he strikes out on a tough fastball that tails away again from the left-hander. That fastball movement is tough. That's a good pitch to have as a right-handed as a right-handed pitcher against a lefty batter. I'll get it out at some point. All right, there's a talk on the mound with Cal Riley right now. 2 on, 2 out. I'll take you back over here for a sec while they're talking. Whoops, not there. Not there. There. As you can see, this Kirstead at bat that just finished up. 7 pitches he saw. So it's going to be up to Jordan Westberg, folks. 1-0 Baltimore here in the top of the 4th. 2 on, 2 out. We're back over here for a sec. Meeting on the mound is over. Westberg at the plate. Here we go. The first pitch is low and away. Westberg lays off a slider. Jordan's average is currently at 280. 13 homers, 48 driven in. He can get to 50 RBI if he can find a gap right here. A pitch is over the plate, and they call that a strike. That looked like it might have sunk a bit low, but Kirby gets the call, 1-1. One ball, one strike. 2 on, 2 out. The next pitch is reached for to right field, and it's going to hang up there for Canzone. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Orioles leave 2 men on base, but they do get a run across and take the early lead. I say early. We're in the bottom of the 4th we're going now. We do take the initial lead. How about that? It's 1-0 Baltimore as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll have to get to Gunnar in the next inning, Matt. Hey, Calvin, I'd say he's a dark horse to a lot of people, but not for me. I've been on the Westberg bandwagon since, I don't know, that walk-off home run against the Royals like 5 games into the season. I think I fell in love then, and I haven't looked back. Oh, boy. Hey, folks, so you were talking last night about, hey, BW, why don't you call the All-Star game? I was thinking last night, would it make more sense and maybe be less of a toll on me and also less of a time commitment if, what if I called the Home Run Derby, which we already know Gunnar Henderson's going to be in? Would that be of any interest, or would that be sort of repetitive? Hey, that one's hit deep. That one's gone. And that one leaves the yard. That one is a little bit short. And there goes one. That one's gone. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't work. I don't know. There's also the Futures game. Folks, Sam Basayo will be a part of that. Another Oriole prospect representing in some form or fashion down in Arlington, Texas for the All-Star game in a couple of weeks. Sam Basayo will be playing in the Futures game. Gunnar in the Home Run Derby. Booty, just go to MLB.com or just type in All-Star voting into Google. It'll get you there. It's easy. Right there on your device. And hey there, Base. Thank you for asking folks to hit the like button. All right, here we go, folks. Bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Ty France is in there for a strike. Grayson Rodriguez, man, has he been in a zone so far? First trip through the order. Next pitch called strike 2 on the outside edge. Happy painting, Grayson Rodriguez. 0-2 the count. 0-2 pitch is low and away. Waste pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ty France has never quite developed into the power-hitting first baseman the Mariners thought they were getting when they drafted him and brought him up through their system. As this pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch from Rodriguez is just off the plate outside. France lays off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Leading off the bottom of the 4th. Payoff pitch. Popped up and out of play. Actually, it hits the screen and starts rolling back toward the home plate circle. Full count. A reliable fantasy utility. All right, well, I don't think that's what they were looking for. He takes up and in for ball 4. Last I checked, some point between last season and this, the Mariners were considering DFAing Ty France. I don't think I'm going out on a limb and saying that he hasn't quite produced what they were hoping for at this stage of his career, but hey, I could be wrong. Here's Luke Raley, 1 on, nobody out. First pitch to him is swung on a miss. That must have been the changeup. That ball dipped nicely there. 0-1 the count on Raley, who's hit .323 against the Orioles in 21 career games. This one's up and away. 1-1 the count. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. The Orioles ahead 1-0. On an RBI single from Anthony Santander. This pitch is swung on and missed. Woo. The gas sizzling up there by Rodriguez. Raley with the swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 96 on the gun. Grayson can throw even harder than that, but man, that glove was popping on that pitch. Here comes the 1-2 to Raley. Up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ty France is at first base. There's nobody out. I need a lucky. The pitch swung on and missed. Curve ball from Grayson, and down goes Raley. Forget about it. Filthy. Or no, is that the changeup? I'm sorry. Is that the changeup? That changeup broke like a curve. Unbelievable. Grayson's changeup is absolutely filthy tonight. Here is Julio Rodriguez. No, that is not Julio Rodriguez. That is Cal Raleigh at the plate. That is not Julio Rodriguez. It's as far away from him as you can get. All right. Runner at first, 1 out, and Cal Raleigh with a foul ball to begin his at-bat. The Orioles with the shift on for Raleigh to pull to the right side. Henderson basically even with the second base bag. Westberg playing shortstop. This ball is up and away. 1-1 the count on Raleigh. Man, I think I need a lucky there, GP3. Especially if everybody else is going to see it and start talking about sandwiches. Guy's going to drive me crazy talking about sandwiches. This one is just a bit high, maybe a little bit outside. Very close from Grayson, looking for that edge. 2 balls and 1 strike on Cal Raleigh. He leads the team with 14 home runs. I believe he's the only guy on the team with double-digit homers. There's a breaking ball that doesn't catch the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. And as good as Grayson has looked tonight, you would think maybe the home plate umpire would give him the close calls. But he is not. 3-1 pitch is hit on the ground, foul. And the count will run full. With 1 away, Ty France at first. Not sure if he'll be taken off. He's a very slow runner. Payoff pitch is high. Ball 4. Not back to back, but 2 walks here in the space of 3 batters for Rodriguez. That is not what you want to see. Putting men on for free for a team that can't hit too well. Here's Jorge Polanco. Looking for a ground ball here. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball. That's a comebacker to second. Gunnar tags the bag. Throws to first. A double play as easy as you like. It's a PAS double play special. 6-6-3. As Gunnar Henderson, playing near the bag, fields the ball, taps the bag, throws to first, all within the matter of the snap of a finger. And this inning is over. We go to the 5th, 1-0 Baltimore. It's lucky time. I'm up all morning to get lucky. I'm up all morning to get lucky. I'm up all morning to get lucky. Folks, I'm thinking we could get Max Scherzer for like Kyle Stowers and Connor Norby. I think that can do it. Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo. You like that deal, Matt? I'm telling you, it's a deal that works out for both sides. If Texas is out of it, there's really no need to roster Scherzer. They've got DeGrom. They've got their ace. They're going to stick with him. Give us Scherzer. We'll give you Connor Norby. You got an infielder. And we'll give you Stowers. You got an outfielder. Boom. 2 guys that we really can't find room for anyway. And they'll get a chance to play ball. It's the same deal with Joey Ortiz and DL Hall. They're doing fine in Milwaukee, Ortiz in particular. Now, that got us Burns for a full season. We're just asking for a couple of months from Scherzer. Colton Cowser at the plate. Here we go. Top of the 5th. I'm not saying Norby's a bad player. But I'm also saying, where are we going to fit him into our situation? First pitch from Cowser's fouled away. No balls, 1 strike. Excuse me, he swung and missed on that pitch. Next one is fisted and back to the shortstop Crawford. He throws to first in time. That pitch in on the hands. Cowser somehow hit it back up the middle. He is retired 6-3. 1 down, top of the 5th. If it's a rental that can win us a World Series, I disagree. If it's a rental that can win us, I'm telling you, there aren't many names out there that I would say this for. But Max Scherzer, if he's pitching like midseason form with his postseason experience, I'm sorry. It is worth it if it can win us a World Series. Yeah, I'm not talking about Mayo. I'm not talking about Kjerstad. I'm not talking about Bradfield. I'm not talking about Basayo. I'm talking about Norby and Stowers. Here's a pitch to Mullins that's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. He walked but was caught stealing in his first plate appearance. The 1-1 pitch is lifted into the air. Left field. Going to be a can of corn out there for Luke Raley. 1 down. Folks, I remember some people going, oh, man, I'd hate to see Jory Ortiz go. And look, Ortiz is doing well. You got to, give up something to get something. No, that's true. That's true. Look, Scherzer right now is auditioning. That's what Scherzer is doing. He's going to have 3 or 4 more starts. We can take a look at what he's looking like. And then, if he's looking good, I say pull the deal if he can make it. If he doesn't look good, then deal off. I'm not 100% committed. Jorge Mateo looks at a called strike. Next pitch is low and away. They appeal on a swing. He did not swing, and the count is 1-1. All right. 1-1 pitch. That one's lifted into the air. Mateo flips his bat, but not like he hit a home run. More out of frustration. Popped up on the infield. The shortstop Crawford makes the catch. And the Orioles go quickly here in the top of the 5th. This game is halfway through. Yeah. 1-0 Baltimore. I'll be back on the air here in a sec. Trust me, folks. Starting a postseason ball game, you're going to want a Max Scherzer more than you're going to want a Garrett Crochet, and you're going to pay a whole lot less for it. And again, yeah, it's for a limited amount of time. But this is to win a World Series in this window. Folks, we got 4, 5, 6 more years to go. We know what our need is. I want a strong top 3 of the rotation. Right now, Burns and Rodriguez as 1 and 2 is fine. I don't know who you consider 3 yet. But if you had Scherzer, then you got Burns, Scherzer, and Grayson as your 1, 2, 3 punch. That's pretty damn good. My God, Trevor Bauer again. What about signing Bauer? I will say this. If any of the other 29 teams showed any interest in signing them, why haven't they already? If he's willing to take the league minimum and pitch anywhere, why hasn't anyone signed him? I mean, the Rockies could do for an arm. We'll see. Oh, let me close this behind me. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Rodriguez is swung on in a foul tip here from Dominic Canzone. 0-1 the count on Canzone. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Swing and a miss. Fastball top of the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. This pitch is hit on the ground. Second base. Gobbled up there by Mateo over to first in time. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Rather have Eddie Bauer. Hey, can they make uniforms? I'd love for them to take over for Fanatics, if possible. Hell, I'll take members-only uniforms at this point. With the little members-only pocket. Here's Julio Rodriguez. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. Rodriguez popped out his first time up back in the 3rd inning. It is 1-0 Orioles in the bottom of the 5th. Unsurprisingly, a bit of a pitching duel going on here as this ball is grounded weakly on the third base side foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Are they? Grayson and Julio? They must be, right? Let me check on that for you, Janet. One and 2 the count on Julio Rodriguez. Here's the pitch from Grayson Rodriguez. Low and away. A slider, I think. That pitch was way off the plate. Yeah, I don't know about any hopes of re-signing Scherzer, especially if we do re-sign Burns. I don't think both are happening. This ball is hit on the ground off to the left. I'm looking at Max Scherzer as a rental. I'm looking at him as what he is. And I know we got to pay for something that is a short-term thing, but it's a short-term thing with a huge potential payoff. You got to try. I mean, folks, would you rather have a guy like Max Scherzer and his track record, or would you rather go out there and get another Jack Flaherty like we did at last deadline? A guy that, has shown some good things, but doesn't have anywhere near the sort of postseason experience or shutdown capability of a Scherzer. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez with that. Is that a changeup breaking off the plate? Nasty, filthy, unhittable. Rodriguez strikes out, 2 down here in the inning. I mean, Julio, no chance. Hey, Eovaldi's in the conversation. I can talk about Eovaldi. You say a lot less. I mean, maybe for Stowers straight up, we keep Norby. Swing and a miss. Haniger goes after a fastball, comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Grayson's up to 66 pitches. The next one is low and away. Yeah, Eovaldi's in the conversation. Oh, Book Doc. Book Doc, you seem to have a sleeping schedule that's all over the place. What's a good time for you? There's a pitch in there for a strike. Count even up at 2-2 on Mitch Haniger. The whole thing is the Scott Boras of the Manny Machado era versus a swing and a miss. Haniger strikes out. Grayson, 98 miles an hour with the fastball. He is dealing, folks. 5 innings in the books of shutout baseball on 1 hit. We go to the 6th, 1-0 Baltimore. Oh, yeah, I'm not on the screen. Yeah, folks, Scott Boras of the Manny Machado free agency era is not the same Scott Boras of today. Scott Boras does not nearly have the power of the agent that he once did. Scott Boras totally understood how to manipulate the market for his advantage, but now he's overestimated the market, and it's been proven here in this past offseason. He had 2 giant pitchers to go out there and find a home for. Blake Snell, coming off a Cy Young Award-winning season, and Jordan Montgomery, who was basically the best pitcher in the postseason for the World Series champion Texas Rangers. Neither one of those guys could get the deal they were looking for. Everybody are just sick of dealing with Scott Boras, so Boras finally had to capitulate and just take a 2-year deal. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same old Scott Boras thing anymore. I don't think so. Especially with pitchers. Hitters is another thing. Gunnar Henderson is a Scott Boras client. We're going to have to pay Gunnar top money to, get a long-term deal. Eovaldi has 1 year left on the deal after this one. How much is he getting paid next year, Dennis? If Eovaldi's getting paid $20 million or less, I'll consider it. If it's like $25 million or more, I might have to have a think about it. I guess it's pet night in the ballpark. I don't know if that's a usual thing, but lots of dogs in the stands. All right, Gunnar Henderson's at the plate. Hey, let's get the hell on over here now. Whoa, look at those new subs. Swing and a miss. Henderson goes after Kirby. Looked like a changeup on the outside edge. Top of the order, due up for Baltimore here in the top of the 6th with a 1-0 lead. 0-1 pitch to Henderson is low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. So he's making $20 million right on the nose. Boy, man, I know my stuff. Okay, so $20 million. Yeah, I mean, if he came over and he finished the season healthy, or well, I guess there's no way to know until he. I don't know. If I knew he'd be healthy for next year, I'd say he's worth it. There's a swing and a miss by Henderson. I'd be willing to swing that. Dennis. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Henderson, leading off the top of the 6th. Boy, Kirby loves to rattle that glove of his. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gunnar had his, a 36-game on-base streak snapped in that Sunday night game. This pitch is in the dirt, and the count goes full. See, that's my muted bugle. It doesn't feel right. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Kirby goes top of the zone. Henderson strikes out. I mean, that is right where you want to throw it, if that's the idea. The high heat, right at the top of the zone, where it's close enough to maybe get a strike call if Gunnar doesn't swing. All right, here's Adley with 1 down. And the first pitch is popped up. Third base side, Rojas looking, and he makes the catch on the track. Rutschman retired on 1 pitch with a foul pop-up. I don't like that. BW no likey. 2 down in the inning for Ryan O'Hearn. If he gets on, Anthony Santander is on deck. I know, Gil. I'd like to get us... Folks, if we get 3 runs, I think it's enough. I really do. We just got to get a bloop and a blast. This pitch to O'Hearn is high for ball 1. All right. I'll take it, Calvin. This pitch is hit on the ground and slowly, and a attempt by Polanco to field it, but the ball trickles under his glove. It's going to probably be an infield hit for Ryan O'Hearn. And actually, there is no error on the board for the Mariners. Why didn't they count that as an error when Polanco threw into Gunnar Henderson's back on a would-be double play ball? They didn't get 1 out. They couldn't have called that a hit. They must have. Either way, Anthony Santander is at the plate, folks. Come on. 1 on base, 2 down. Get them taters up. Kirby's 79th pitch of the day is a curveball, a little bit low for ball 1. So the next pitch from Kirby will be number 80. Santander is 2 for 2 so far tonight. The 80th pitch is off the plate with a curve. 2-0 the count on Tony. O'Hearn at first base. 2 down. The pitch. Swung on, grounded, right side, and that's a fair ball. A diving stop by Ty France, whose momentum basically had him land on top of the first base bag. So he just lays there, and he's already got the force out at first from just being there. He just sort of fell down, and there's the base. Hey, there's the out. Anthony Santander is retired to end the top of the sixth. The Orioles, man, come on. We need more than one run. We're going to the bottom of the sixth. Grayson's on 69 pitches through 5 innings. That is, what is that? Less than 14 pitches per inning. That's very, very good, isn't it? I think it is. Do. 9-1-2 due up for the Mariners. So everything else should be final in the league by now, right? Although I can't really rely on this scoreboard for much. Oh, apparently there's still game. Oh, I keep thinking it's Sunday night again. It's not Sunday night. What am I doing? 2-2 between the Brewers and Rockies right now. A's up 4-1 on the Angels. Everything else is final. Oh, never mind. There is a delay happening between the Rays and Royals. 1-0 Tampa in that one. Cleveland just got past the White Sox 7-6. I was hoping Cleveland might lose, and then we'd have a chance at the best record in baseball coming in to tomorrow morning with a win. At least I think that would be. Oh, no, the Phillies would have had to lose too, right? Best record in the American League anyway. What'd the Phillies do? They won again. Man. All right. All right. Well, let's just put our head down and take care of business. First pitch of the inning is a base hit into center field. My goodness, Josh Rojas wastes no time. Just coming out of the commercial, liner right into center field for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the sixth. Second hit, both by Rojas off of Grayson. Oh yeah, okay. J.P. Crawford at the plate. He takes a curve low and in for ball one. Runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the sixth. Grayson's 72nd pitch is top of the zone, a called strike. 1-1 the count on Crawford. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is hit to left, down into the corner, having a look, and it'll get out of play and foul ground. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Crawford. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grayson gets the sign. Here comes the 2-2. That one's hit hard. Center field, but right at Mullins. He's under it. He makes the catch, and he gets it back in quick. 1 away here in the bottom of the sixth. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my game now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, here's Ty France. And the first pitch to France is a little bit high for ball one. And by refreshing it, it just made it freeze. Really? Now what's going on? A check on the runner at first. I have to refresh this again. Oh, apparently I made a mistake. Okay. Are we working now? Want to know the count on Ty France with a runner at first, 1 out. Pitch is hit on the ground, foul off to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can people opt out after they opt in? What are we talking about? Scientology? What are we talking about here? There's no getting out. The 1-1 is a check swing. No appeal. In the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike on Ty France. Grayson Rodriguez on 78 pitches. He could definitely go 7 innings if he can keep it going here. Ah, I see. There's a called strike, top of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, I don't think they can just willy-nilly go, you know what, I'm not in the mood. But if they've got some kind of, actual reason besides just, I'm not feeling it after I've already said yes. I mean, if you're nursing an injury, and anybody could just say, look, I've got my lower back is feeling stiff. I can't do it. I mean, it would be something like that. 2-2 the count on Rojas is at first. 2-2 the count on France, and this pitch is high. Full count. Full count. The Mariners have the tying run at first with 1 out. A payoff pitch coming to Ty France. Low and away, ball 4. Not even close. What are we doing walking these guys? 2 on, 1 out for the number 3 hitter. This is the precise situation you don't want to see. Luke Raley, the only bat in the lineup with any kind of consistent success at the plate this season. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts tonight, however. And he has a check swing. He must have gone there. Please tell me he went. Did he go? No, he did not go. Want to know the count. First and second, 1 down. The pitch. That one's hit back to Grayson. He goes to second for 1. It's a low throw, and Gunnar drops it, and everybody is safe. Holy cow. What in God's green flat earth happened here? Grayson had all the time in the world to throw a ball like he's just playing catch in the backyard with his son. I mean, it's just a toss to second. Gunnar's right there waiting for it. And Gunnar had it drop out of the glove. What are you doing, Grayson? Throwing that ball straight down like that. I mean, Gunnar should have caught it. Gunnar should have caught it. If Gunnar catches this with his bare hand before the runner... Wait a minute. Oh, he might... Hold on. That foot took a while to get on the bag, and Gunnar might have grabbed the ball with his bare hand in time, and we might have a review here. Let's look at this. Slow it down and pause it right there. Oh, you need to pause it. Pause it right on the money shot. Grab the ball right there. Yes, you're out. You're definitely out. Come on. Oh, we need this call. If this call doesn't get reversed, it's bases loaded and only 1 out. If we get the call, it's first and third with 2 down. Look what happened to the last Oriole player who was in the Derby. That was Adley Rutschman last year, and he had a Silver Slugger 2023 season. What's the problem? New York is having a look. There are screens aplenty. Yeah, I mean, Grayson deserves... Call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Gunnar Henderson saves the day by somehow getting a hold of that baseball before the runner could get his foot to second base. Unbelievable. Man, has the replay system never come in handy more than it just did right there. 2 down in the inning, runners at first and third, and Grayson with a chance to get out of this with a 1-0 lead. My goodness, Cal Riley at the plate. Pitch number 84 from Grayson is up and away for ball 1. Now we're getting to that point where I'm not 100% sure if Grayson will come out for the 7th or not. Getting into the mid-80s with the pitch count. Let's just try to get out of this inning. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on that changeup that just drops from the middle of the plate on down. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. The next pitch is low and in, a slider. Trying to get Riley to chase. He did not. 2-1. The 2-1 from Rodriguez is swung on and missed. Oh, he dialed up on that fastball. 96, not his hardest of the night, but man, that glove popped. Top of the zone. Jacob Webb is getting loose for Baltimore, right-hander. Grayson is 1 strike away from 6 shutout innings here on the road. 2-2 count on Cal Riley. Here comes the pitch. Outside and not close. Not close on that 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and Luke Raley swipes second base on the pitch. So now you got second and third. You got a base open. You don't have to give in to Riley here. I would give him something that's going to break off the plate and see if you can get him to chase. Definitely don't give him 1 out over the plate. Come on. Full count pitch coming to Cal Riley. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He challenged him with the heater. 97. Middle. Slightly up. A lot of hitters would love for a pitch like that. But Riley wasn't ready. He goes down on the Grayson gas. 6 innings in the books. A 2-hit shutout from Grayson Rodriguez. Working out of trouble. Gunnar Henderson helping out Grayson. Staying into that play after losing a low-thrown ball at second base. And getting that big overturn on the rule, on the challenge rule. We go to the 7th. Orioles 1, Mariners nothing. Late innings times, folks. Late innings time. Let's go on a run. We're up to 14-20, folks. 14-20. Hot damn. We're a few days away from Christopher Columbus years. Let's get these likes up to 100. Let's go. We're going on a like run. Like it up. What's not to like? Just some free entertainment for you, night in and night out. Just hanging out with some friends, watching some baseball, Got a pitching duel. It's July. The summer is in full swing. We got the 4th of July coming up. By the way, your boy has something special perhaps prepared for the July 4th game. So come spend your Independence Day with me, BW. Yeah, I had no idea if they're going to overturn it or not. But there was one angle where it was like, all right, Gunnar clearly is holding the ball with his hand, his bare hand, and that foot has yet to touch the bag. Here's Heston Kjerstad at the plate, folks. Here we go. Top of the 7th. Kirby still out there. And there's a curveball in there for a called strike. Kirby, 6 innings in the books. He's given up 4 hits and a walk. He struck out 4 batters, gave up just the 1 earned run so far. Kjerstad has struck out both times up there tonight, and he fouls this one back. It's no balls and 2 strikes to Kjerstad. We'll take you back on over here. Nobody's got it better than you. The 0-2 to Kjerstad is up and in, and he went after it. Wow. A nasty, filthy pitch from Kirby. I need some new adjectives, I know. But I'm watching a pitching duel right here, folks. Kjerstad strikes out for the 3rd time tonight to begin the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Jordan Westburg. First pitch to him is a check swing and actually a full swing there. But you could tell Westburg didn't want to. He fouls it off on a pitch up and in. Austin Voth. Or is it Voth? I remember him. Former Oriole, right? He's getting loose, as is Taylor Salcedo, a lefty. Westburg takes one high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Is it Voth like goth or Voth like both? I forget. I think it's Voth, right? This one is on the ground. Base hit. Opposite field single for Jordan Westburg. Hit on the ground to the right side. 1 on, 1 out. And folks, guess what time it is? It's time to visit your local milkman. The pitch. Breaking ball off the plate for ball 1. Cowser's 0 for 2 so far tonight. The 1-0. Up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Kirby now up to how many pitches? This will be number 90 coming up next, so he may be coming to the end of the line. There's still only 1 out in the inning and 1 on base. The 2-0 to Colton Cowser is a fastball fouled back. Colton just a bit late on it. That pitch was right down the middle. And yeah, lefty and righty once again being shown out there in the Mariner bullpen. The 2-1 to Cowser. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Only 94 on that fastball. But Cowser still can't get to it. It was in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 to Colton Cowser. And he goes after a pitch above the zone and fouls it away to stay alive. 96 on that fastball from Kirby. Still got that velocity cooking here. 92 pitches into his outing. Another 2-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground and through, a base hit. Cowser finds the hole, and going first to third without a problem is Jordan Westberg. Folks, runners at the corners and only one out. I gotta have more cowbell. Kirby is still going to be out there. It would appear that both of these relievers have been out there long enough. Okay, here comes the move now. And it looks like they're going to go to the lefty with Mullins due up next, right? And then you got Gunnar 2 batters later. So 2 of the next 3 hitters from the left side, they're going to the lefty, Taylor Salcedo. Wait a minute, now he's stopping. He was making his way down the ramp, and now he's just standing there. Apparently, this move has yet to be made. And wow, there is no move. Folks, the camera work by the broadcast team did everything to lead you to believe that a pitching change was happening. Salcedo was making his way down the ramp. Halfway down, he got the pause sign. Next thing you know, the meeting on the mound is over, and Kirby's going to stay out there to face Cedric Mullins. Let's see how this works out. Hell, I'm going over here now. First and third, 1 out. Mullins at the plate here in the top of the 7th. Kirby's 94th pitch of the game is swung on and popped up, out of play. Mullins tonight 0 for 1. He has a walk. He was also thrown out trying to steal. Plenty of noise in the crowd. 0-1 the count on Mullins. The pitch. There's a ball hit on the ground and through on the hole. A base hit up the middle. Westberg scores. And going first to third. Who's over there? I can't even keep track. Colton Cowser goes to third. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orioles have doubled the lead. It is now 2-0, and I guess leaving Kirby out there was not a good idea. Kirby, your enthusiasm. The Orioles have knocked Kirby out of the ballgame. Courtesy of Cedric the Entertainer. An RBI single. It's 2-0 Baltimore. Pitching change underway. And now who do they go to? Now are they going to go to a righty instead? Nah, it's still going to be after Mateo. Lefty, switch, lefty. Switch, lefty. We'll see. Oh, that's exactly what happened, Shantae. Kirby's like, hey, look, I'm an ace on this staff. I think I can get Mullins out. And he talked the manager into staying out there. I wonder how their chat will go later on after the ball game. 2-0 Baltimore. Pitching change underway. Kirby is out. Somebody give me... Let me take a look at these standings as they are currently. So we are 2 ahead in the loss column, and then we'll match it on Wednesday night and be 1 full game ahead. But really, it's more than a 1-game lead when you're 2 ahead in the loss column, folks. Going for win number 54 tonight, which will tie the Yankees for the most in the American League. The Phillies on 56 wins. Still got work to do to catch the Phillies for the best record in baseball. Still got work to do tonight to win this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. I'd just like to see where things stand as we're in the middle of a pitching change here. How's that light count doing? Folks, let's get it up to 100. A final push toward the sun. You know, it's not like I'm too greedy. We are averaging over 100 per ball game lately, so let's just try to keep with the averages, folks. Just a dozen more of you. Hell, I'll provide the 13th like. I'll just open a new account. Just a dozen of you. Let's get it on up to triple digits. What do you say? Well, folks, it's former Oriole on the mound. Austin Voth. Jorge Mateo at the plate, first and third, one down, and here's the first pitch. He looks at squaring around a bunt, does Mateo, brings the bat back, 1-0 the count. All right. One and 0 on Mateo. First and third, one away. 2-0 Baltimore, top of the seventh. There go the runner. I thought the runner at first was going. This pitch is up and away. 2-0 the count. 2-0 on Jorge Mateo. Folks, we got to go back over here. Cowser's at third base. Mullins at first. Speed on the bases. The pitch. Low and away. Check swing. No swing. And the count on Mateo is now 3-0. Folks, they bring out Voth to face the only right-hander who's due up to hit for the next 5-6 batters, and he's falling behind him 3-0. The pitch. Taking all the way is Mateo. 3-1 the count. Hey, Richard, I refreshed about 20 minutes ago. I went early tonight, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Really, I do. 3-1 the count on Mateo. The pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Bases are loaded, and oh boy, Gunnar Henderson coming up. Come on, folks. Woo, boy. Austin Voth, the righty, forced to face Gunnar Henderson with the bases loaded and one out. Let's see how this goes. Come on, folks. I'm feeling a little bit greedy. The first pitch. Off the plate with a breaking ball for ball 1. I don't know if Voth has it in him to even throw a strike here. And I'm sure Gunnar can sense that too. He smells blood in the water. 1-0 the count. Bases loaded. One out. The Orioles 2-0 lead, trying to bust it open. The pitch. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball that dipped low and in on Henderson. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Another breaking ball and a swing and a miss. Gunnar waved over it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gunnar's got to understand the situation here. Yeah, a grand slam would be nice, but you have to at least be sure to put it in play. 1 out. We want at least that runner at third to get in. The 1-2 from Voth. Low and in, ball 2. I'm telling you right now, Voth might have had a 1-2 advantage in the count, but he's the one that's scared, Gunnar, not you. Now he's got a 2-2 count, and he doesn't know what to do. Just play protect mode, Gunnar. Just react. React. He's not going to blow you away. Just react. 2-2 pitch. Off the outside with the curve ball 3. Bases loaded, full count to Gunnar Henderson. The payoff. And he got him. A backdoor breaking ball at the top of the zone from Austin Voth. Gunnar Henderson was ready to flip the bat away, and that ball broke hard back over the zone. You have to hand it to Austin Voth. That pitch looked like it was going to be ball 4 all the way into the final 10 feet home, and it broke back over the plate. 2 down. Here's Adley Rutschman. And there's that same pitch, bottom of the zone, but Voth does not get the call. Oh, a tough strike out there for Henderson with the bases loaded. 1-0 the count on Rutschman. The pitch. Fouled away. Off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rutschman is hitting .356 with runners in scoring position this season. A 1-1 count, the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Outside the whole way there, and then it dropped low as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Orioles have put a run on the board in the inning, but man, they want more. Bases loaded, 1 out. Henderson struck out, and now it's up to Adley. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right, 2-2. Oh, boy, here we go. That should get the crowd making noise. 2 strikes, 2 down. Austin Voth, the former Oriole, on the mound facing Adley Rutschman. The 2-2 is off the plate outside, and another full count coming up. I think he's going to walk Adley. I think he's going to miss his spot here. Protect the plate, Adley, but be careful. Payoff pitch. Swung on. Lifted in the air to right, but he didn't get all of it. And it's going to be caught out there by Canzone in right field. The Orioles get a run, but it feels like we didn't do enough. They've doubled their lead, but it still doesn't feel like enough. Bases loaded with 1 out, and we leave them all stranded. A run does score. It is 7th inning stretch time in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. But just because we're on the road don't mean we don't know how to handle a 7th inning stretch. Folks, the Orioles lead it 2-0, and it's time to put some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in chat, folks. Get them cakes up in the chat. We're in the late innings. The Orioles with a nail biter. I know, Jack, but if Gunnar wasn't playing heads-up ball in the field, this would already... Seattle would already have a run on the board. It's kind of hard to be going Gunnar, bruh, when you got the season's worth of contributions from Gunnar Henderson. I could say the same thing about Mullins getting caught stealing, or I don't know. There's been a couple of things that didn't work out right for us. But in general, look, this is how you beat a Mariners team like this. They're known for their pitching. They're known for low-scoring games. If we beat them at their own game, hey, so far tonight we haven't been home run dependent, right? If we win tonight without a home run, then we might have to revisit this whole home run dependent thing. All right. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Jacob Webb going to come out here and pitch. Who's up? No, it's going to be Grayson. Grayson is going to come out on 89 pitches. And the first pitch is a called strike to Jorge Polanco at the bottom of the zone. The next pitch is on the edge of the zone, does not get the call. Bottom of the zone on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Breaking ball low and end. 2-1. A couple of righties getting loose. It's still Webb out there, but joining him now is Yenier Cano. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. The changeup that nobody can get to tonight. Grayson's changeup tonight has been a thing of beauty. 2-2 the count on Polanco. Pitch number 94 from Grayson coming up. Here it is. Outside. And the count runs full. Well, You got to put him away here, or else it feels like we made a mistake in letting Grayson coming out the pitch. Let's get this first out. Payoff pitch to Polanco. Swung on and missed. The changeup again. The changeup again. Nobody can get to it. It is an absolute futile effort by every Mariner at the plate to try and reach Grayson Rodriguez's changeup. One out here in the seventh. Dominic Canzone takes a pitch in the dirt. That bounces all the way to the backstop. Now there's a couple of righties getting loose for Seattle. You got Snyder and Stanek out there. There's a curveball and a beauty on the outside corner for a called strike, 1-1. On Dominic Canzone. Pitch number 98 from Grayson is in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pretty good crowd out here in Seattle. They do have a great fan base. And this is a franchise that is still waiting for their first World Series appearance, as this one is fouled away by Canzone. Not just a win, but an appearance. 2-2 the count. The pitch. This one's hit on the ground, fouled away. Canzone hanging in there, and you can tell this is probably the end of the rope for Grayson. Pitches that would normally put batters away are now starting to get fouled off. He's at 100 pitches on the money right now. 101 is swung on and lined. Is that fair? Foul ball. Only just. And that's all I need to see. This needs to be Grayson's last batter. Let's get him out of here with a fantastic outing. Try to get this out here. 101 pitches. 2-2 count on Canzone. And that one's hit on the ground, foul again. Yep, this is it. This is when you know. I said it 3-4 pitches ago. You start fouling off pitches like this, the way Grayson's been going, you know that it's at the end of the line. Couple of righties already up and getting loose. Hopefully 1 or 2 more pitches get us out of this at bat. This one's high for ball 3. Okay. And then if this batter were to get on base, it'd bring up the tying run in the form of Julio Rodriguez. So this is a big final batter here for Grayson. Payoff pitch. Way high, ball 4. Okay, yank him. Grayson's day is over. And just like that, Brandon Hyde pops out of the dugout. And let's see who they go to. With only 1 out in the 7th. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He might go to Cano here and then back to a lefty for the 8th. And it does look like Cano is going to get the call as he gets his earpiece put into his hat. All right, folks. It is pitching change time. Grayson Rodriguez able to go 6 1/3 innings. The Mariners have the tying run coming to the plate after that walk to Dominic Canzone. It is the bottom part of the Mariner order. The Bell Atlantic call to the bullpen. Oh, yeah, the likes, folks. We got to hit 100 now during this. All right, 3 to go, folks. Let's go. I know most of you out there listening to my voice right now have already done it, and I thank you. I don't mean to annoy you guys. All right? The best way for us to handle this is to talk together. Let's reach out, you and me, fellow already liked the video people. Let's just kindly ask, hey, folks, let's get to 100 likes. What do you say? What do you say? Hey there, Jose Matias. I cannot read Spanish. It sounds like welcome. And today, Palace Deluxe de Empleados Republican Dominicana. Thanks for watching, Jose Matias. Unfortunately, I can't read English. It's debatable whether or not I can read English, but not so good at Spanish. Hey, we hit over 100 likes. Thanks, everybody. I'll stop annoying the hell out of you and just annoy you about this. 1422. All right. We're going to get to 1425 tonight. Then we'll be 75 away from 1500. Just to be sure here. Yes, indeedy do. Yooooouuuuuuu Cano is ready to pitch. It's going to be Julio Rodriguez, Mitch Haniger, and if the inning continues, Josh Rojas. 2 righties and then a lefty for the right-hander Cano. Here we go. Rodriguez at the plate. Runner at first, 1 out. First pitch from Cano is in there for a called strike. 96 miles an hour. 41st appearance for Cano. 3.12 ERA. The 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground. Shortstop Gunnar goes to second for 1. To first, not in time. Rodriguez way too fast. But we'll take it. It's a fielder's choice. The lead runner at second is gunned down. Rodriguez is on first with 2 away in the inning. And that'll bring up Mitch Haniger. Yeah, at this point, base, let's go for the subs. I think the likes have reached a fantastic point. Let's get a few subs. This one's hit on the ground, foul by Haniger, off to the left side. Folks, you can also become a Magic member for the low, low price of donating 17 cents per ball game. You can become a Magic member. Get yourself a nice pair of binoculars, some special emojis, and help support the channel at the same time. Swing and a miss on that sinker there from Cano. A 97. 0-2 the count. Folks, you can always gift a membership to someone else if you're feeling generous. Or you can send out a super chat if you're in the mood. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mitch Haniger. 2 down, runner at first in the bottom of the 7th. Cano in relief of Grayson Rodriguez. Check on the runner at first. He's back in with a slide. Is Julio Rodriguez. That gets the crowd booing for some reason. I guess you're not allowed to check on a guy known for stealing bases just because he's your star player. The pitch is way off the plate from Cano. And the count even up at 2-2. The Mariners have 2 hits on the night, both of them by the man on deck, the number 9 hitter, Josh Rojas. The 2-2, low for ball 3. All right, Cano. Let's be smart about this. Payoff pitch coming. Rodriguez runs the pitch, swung on and missed. Cano gets the strikeout here to finish off the 7th inning. The Orioles, the pitching. We can talk about how great our offense is. Hey, folks, we lead the American League in ERA as well. Don't forget about the pitching. 7 scoreless innings in the books by our staff. Grayson Rodriguez, Yooooouuuuuuu Cano. We go to the 8th. Orioles 2. Seattle zippy. Oi, oi, oi. 1425. We hit it. Hey, thank you, 42 set hike. 42 Blue 42. Blue 42. Set. Hey. All right. I just threw a hell of a button hook fly pattern right between the numbers. Oh, guys, I got a question I need to bring up now that I have an audience. Folks, I am shopping for something special for me and my own personal enjoyment. I used to have a friend that lived over here, and unfortunately, when COVID came around, he went back to the States, and he never came back. But while he lived here, he had one of those video game emulators. Do you guys know what an emulator is? It's basically you take an old school video game platform, like an original Nintendo, and the emulator basically has all of the games just on a tiny little chip. They make like a little fun-sized version replica of the NES system or whatever system you're talking about, and you can squeeze like 1,000 games onto this thing. You guys know what I'm talking about out there? I have been on the hunt because my friend had one of these emulators which had Tecmo Super Bowl on it, my favorite video game of all time. And I tried to do some shopping online to find an emulator that has original Nintendo games on it. And I bought one blindly, and it stunk. They're all bootlegged. All right, here we go. First pitch to Ryan O'Hearn in the top of the 8th is on the outside edge for a called strike. Snyder, the new pitcher out there. Another right-hander for the Mariners. O'Hearn is 1 for 3 so far tonight. And this pitch is on the outside. The count even up a 1-1. I mean, it is sort of bootleg, I guess, technically, but people sell emulators out in the open all over the place. There's nothing illegal about it. 1-1, the pitch is swung on a miss by Ryan O'Hearn. In fact, you can go to a Walmart and buy emulators for Atari, NES, several different old school platforms. 1-2 the count on Ryan O'Hearn leading off the top of the 8th. He takes low and in, ball 2. 2-2 the count. I'm telling you, Land Shark, Tecmo Super Bowl, whether you're playing alone or with a friend, that game it never gets old. It's just a perfectly made video game that's now like, 35 years old, and it's still a lot of fun. 2-2 pitch is swung on, hit on the ground, left side. That's a fair ball, and it's going to roll down the left field line. O'Hearn turning on the Jets and will get into second base with a seeing eye double down the opposite field foul line. How about that? A big smile on O'Hearn's face. He knows he got away with something. There was nobody on that side of the field, and I mean nobody, as that ball bounced right over the bag. So the Orioles, with a big runner out there at second base and nobody out, 9th double of the season for Ryan O'Hearn. My friend, you're in my stream now, or else how am I seeing you type to me? What's going on, buddy? All right, here's a first pitch to Anthony Santander. It's in there for a called strike. Folks, why do I always have to be the rally maker here? Get them taters up in chat. Know your place. Runner at second, nobody out. The 0-1 to Tony is swung on, hit on the ground. The shortstop looks the runner back. And Santander does not get his job done. A ground out to short. O'Hearn has to stay put at second base. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Folks, those taters simply weren't fast enough. They simply weren't fast enough. Here's Heston Kjerstad. Remember, the J is silent. Heston Kjerstad is coming up to hit right now. He takes a called strike. Shh. 1 out, runner at second base. The 0-1 pitch is high. Ball 1. Shh. Shh. 1-1 the count on Silent J. The pitch. Swung on. Grounded foul off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shh. 2-0 Baltimore, top of the 8th. Runner at second base, 1 out. The 1-2 pitch to Kerstad. High, ball 2. Shh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Call now for a fun time. Swung on and hit in the air. Left field. Rayleigh's under it, and he makes the catch. All right, that'll be the last time I try the Silent J routine. Had that worked, maybe it's a good thing it didn't work, because that would have been another 90 games of that. Here's Jordan Westberg. 2 down, runner at second. It's O'Hearn still out there at second base. He had a leadoff double. The pitch is inside. And how are you calling that a strike? First of all, the catcher set up on the outside, has the glove on the outside corner. The ball is on the other side of the plate and inside, and they gave him a strike on that pitch. What kind of crack are you smoking, ump? I want to try it. How the hell do you call that a strike? Absolute garbage. 0-1 the count. That one's hit on the ground. Third base. Across the diamond in time. Rojas throws out Westberg and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still Baltimore 2. The Mariners nothing. You glad that didn't work? Some things aren't worth a rally. I don't know. I don't know. My goodness. Nah. That Stevie Wonder at least has talent. This umpire is Oedipus, okay? This idiot banged his mom, then gouged his own eyes out. Stevie Wonder, forget it. All right. What's wrong? A little Greek tragedy humor? What? Too soon? Too soon? All right. I need one more lucky, I think, to get through this thing. Have I had 2 already? All right. Well, it's late night, folks. It's 5 minutes until midnight on the East Coast. Folks, 5 minutes from now, we're going to be sharing Wednesday together. As my Wednesday is almost halfway through. All right. By the way, I know I wore this shirt less than a week ago. I got to do laundry here when I go pay my rent in a few days, and I'm down to my last couple of shirts. CNL Perez is out here for the 8th inning. And this appears to be his new role, at least when it comes to facing a lefty-heavy lineup. If there's lefties coming up in an 8th inning, Brandon Hyde is turning to CNL Perez. And as I say that, the Mariners are going to send up a pinch hitter right away. It's Dylan Moore. He's going to pinch hit here. I'm assuming for Josh Rojas, who has the only 2 hits of the game. So how about this? They're pinch hitting for the only guy who's gotten a hit today. First pitch to Moore is hit in the air to right. Santander drifting in, and he will make the catch. One down in the eighth. One batter, one pitch, one out. What's rent like over here? Well, Landshark, I'm living in a one-bedroom, not even a bedroom. It's a, what do you call it? It's a studio apartment with the bare minimum amenities. As this pitch is in there for a called strike to J.P. Crawford. One out, nobody on, bottom of the eighth. Yeah, so my rent is pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. And it needed to be cheap because it helped me to buy some time to help try something new in my career, which is this. So now I got to work my way back to living slightly above zero, net zero. This pitch is fouled away by Crawford. 0-2 the count. I like the sound of that bass. On the back deck with a lucky, chilling. We got an 0-2 count on Crawford. One out, nobody on, bottom of the eighth. The pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. One ball and two strikes on Crawford. The pitch. Check swing. Man, that could have been called strike three. We do not get any close calls our way tonight. 2-2 the count. I mean, that ball was an inch off the plate, but I've seen the Mariners get that call. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. A tapper back to the pitcher, Perez, who fields it barehanded and throws to first in time. 2 down in the eighth, folks. Start counting the outs. We need 4 more. I hear you, Landshark. That's why that's one of the reasons why I said enough is enough. I meet people over here all the time that go, but in America, you make so much money. I'm like, yeah, and it just leaves your pocket immediately because everything's so damn expensive. Everything's relative. You can pay me $1 million a year, but if it costs $500,000 for me to, maintain my car or something, it doesn't really matter. Here's a called strike to tie France. 1 ball and 1 strike on France. 2 down, bottom of the eighth. Base is empty. The pitch is off the plate outside. 2-1 the count. Two nothing Baltimore, bottom of the eighth. It's been a pitching duel between Grayson Rodriguez and George Kirby. Grayson, so far, the victor. And this ball's lifted into left field. That ball's got the height, but it does not have the carry as it is chased down there in the corner by Colton Cowser. Ladies and gentlemen, Colton Cowser went out of view of the camera to track that ball down near the left field foul line all the way deep in the corner. 3 down. Inning over. We're going to the ninth. Still 2-0 Baltimore. Get some. How you doing, Chom City chat? There was an issue that I could get the chat, but the stream wouldn't load. Tried everything. I think it hung on a commercial feed or something. It's back now. Sorry you had that technical difficulty there, my friend. But you stuck it out, and now you're back. I know all about those technical difficulties. I average about 2.5 per night. All right. As you can see, we have the bottom of the order due up here in the top of the ninth. One more chance to add on to this 2-0 lead. The Orioles have definitely left some men on base tonight. They've got 8 hits. They've left 7 men on base. Hopefully that will not come back to bite us in the butt. Hold on a sec. Let's see, is this charging here? Fantastic. Okay, folks. Ninth inning is here. And it's a good thing I've got one, maybe two chugs of coffee left. Yeah, let's go ahead and knock this out. Folks, here's a name you might know. Mike Ballman is out here to pitch for the Mariners, making his 33rd appearance of the season. Right-hander. Dylan Moore stays out to play third base for Josh Rojas. Still hard to believe that they pinch hit one guy in their lineup, and it's the only guy to get a hit tonight, and he's got two. Okay, first pitch from Ballman is a curveball in there for a called strike. To Colton Cowser, folks. There's a check swing, and he went around 0-2. Hurry up, folks. I travel light too, Calvin. I travel light. I'm what they call a digital nomad. Travel light. Don't get stuck with a bunch of crap. Here is a ball hit to the opposite field and down for a single. Colton Cowser goes oppo. A one-out single here in the top of the ninth. Turn on the faucets. The milkman is on base. Folks, I used to be quite the collector, particularly of music and movies. Once we got into the digital age and I realized everything was at my fingertips, I started to say to myself, why am I keeping myself rooted to one spot when the only thing that's really keeping me around is all this stuff that I've collected? As Cedric Mullins takes a curveball top of the zone for a called strike. Quite the call there by the ump. This umpire stinks. So yeah, once I finally said, you know what, enough is enough. I don't need all this stuff. As this one's fouled back, it's 0-2. It's the best decision I ever made. Just freeing myself from stuff. All right. That's right, my friend. You know the George Carlin bit about stuff? I feel exactly the same way. This pitch is low and in on Mullins. The count is 1-2. The Orioles have a runner at first base and nobody out. 2-0 ball game, top of the ninth. Cowser with a leadoff single. Mullins at the plate. Said is 1 for 2 tonight. He had that RBI single earlier. This one's way off the plate, 2-2. This camera they keep cutting to that's on some kind of a jib or something that's like rotating around. It's so off-putting, and I don't even know what it's supposed to offer the viewer. This ball is fouled back by Mullins, still 2-2. Oh, George Carlin knew what the hell he was talking about. In fact, most of his material was way over the head of a 90s audience and applies a hell of a lot more to today's generation than ever. Carlin knew what was going on. 2-2 pitch is hit on the ground left side, just foul. Mullins trying to sneak one in that left field foul line. Much like Ryan O'Hearn did the previous inning. Nobody out in the top of the ninth. Runner at first. A 2-2 count on Mullins. Ballman's next pitch is a swing, and I guess he got a piece of that one. It goes back to the backstop. Does the baseball. And the count is 2-2. People ask me sometimes, where did I go to school? I say George Carlin University. There goes the runner on a 2-2 pitch on a high one, and that's going to get Cowser. Unfortunately, on this 2-2 pitch, it was up and away, almost the same place you would throw a pitch out. So Riley, the catcher, able to pop up and already be in a position to gun down Cowser. And we've already seen him in his throwing arm tonight. This one, again, right on the money. Cowser is nailed. 3-2 pitch to Mullins is foul back. We'll do it again. Jorge Mateo is on deck. If anybody gets on base, Gunnar Henderson will come up. The payoff pitch is popped up. Shallow right center, the second baseman calling off everyone, and Polanco makes the catch. 2 down in the top of the ninth. Craig Kimbrell has taken a sip of water. Is probably already done warming up. He will come on in the bottom half of the inning, unless the Orioles come up with a huge 2-out rally here. Here's Jorge Mateo. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. This one is grounded off to the left side, foul. Same here, BW. Had over 1,000 CDs, over 500 games, over 500 DVDs. Sold or gave away all 3 years ago. Cleaned out my 2-bedroom, single-wide owned residence at 10 years. And it feels good, doesn't it, Calvin? Don't you feel like there's a weight off of you? This pitch is fouled away by Mateo. And the count is still 0-2. Shante, I'm really not sure. I don't think Cowser should have ran there. If it was 3-2, I'd understand maybe, because you're thinking there's not going to be a strikeout. Either the ball's put in play or they walk, but it was a 2-2 pitch, and yeah, I would not have run in that spot. This pitch is low and away to Mateo. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss on a pitch low off the plate, and that'll do it. The Orioles cannot add to this 2-0 lead. They're going to have to hold on to it with Craig Kimbrell coming in for the bottom of the ninth. Heart of the Mariner order, if you can call it that, is due up. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Raley, Raleigh, and Polanco. Oh, Kimmy, you just need to come on in and get that first out, and I think we'll be fine. Just get that first guy out, and we got this, because then Riley can't tie the game, and Polanco can't hit for crap. Let's just get Raley out, and we'll get this game. Oh, yeah, Calvin, my stuff, by the way, I talked a friend into basically using their attic to store all of those physical media goods. They're still sitting safely somewhere in North Carolina right now in somebody's attic. Oh, Joe with an interesting story about Carlin. He cooked for him. Talked to him for 5 to 10 minutes. That's awesome, Joe. I mean, folks, even though Carlin isn't with us anymore, if you asked me, I don't know, 20 years ago, if you had a chance to meet anybody, sit down for 10, 20 minutes and have a chat, who would it be? I don't know if Carlin would win, but he'd definitely be in the top 5, I think. So that's a nice moment there for you, Joe. See, there you go, Calvin. Just pass it all on. There you go. All right, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Hunker. Batten down the hatches. I don't know. What the hell's the expression I'm looking for? Just get ready. Craig Kimbrell's on the mound. Folks, I know. But look, he has been pretty damn good for about a solid 5-6 weeks in a row here. I think he's given up one earned run in his last 20-plus innings or something. I don't know. It's been good. Let's hope he goes right after these hitters here, starting with Luke Raley, the left-handed hitter at the plate. Here we go. First pitch in the bottom of the ninth is fouled straight back. Bartman knows the deal. George Carlin, Bill Hicks, Richard Pryor. That's my holy trinity right there. You nailed it, Bart. The 0-1 pitch to Raley is inside, 1-1. That got him? That hit him? Are you kidding me? My God. This pitch was in the middle of the plate, kept going back in. How did that hit him? How did it hit him on the back of the back leg? You gotta be kidding me. A phantom hit batter, tying run at the plate. Cal Raleigh. There's a knuckle curve on the outside corner for a called strike. I mean, just the physics of it. How do you get hit by a ball on the back of your back leg? This pitch is off the plate. 1-1 the count on Raleigh. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the ninth. 2-0 Baltimore. Kimbrell in here trying to get the save. One pitch. High, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Raleigh 0 for 2 tonight. 2-1 pitch. High, ball 3. Crowd now getting pretty noisy here in the ballpark. The 3-1 pitch is drilled by Riley. Go foul, go foul. That ball is foul. Cal Raleigh hit a home run with plenty of distance, just a fraction of a millisecond out in front of it, or else this would be a tie ball game. Boy, Cal Raleigh can't even believe it. Nobody can believe this ball game isn't tied right now, including yours truly. What do you throw him here? You don't want to walk him. He's the tying run. There's nobody out. You definitely don't want to throw one out over the plate again. Payoff pitch to Raleigh coming. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Swung on and missed. Raleigh chases a fastball up. 1 away. My goodness. One down in the ninth. Polanco at the plate. A ground ball could end it. The pitch. Low with the knuckle curve. Ball 1. Polanco is 0 for 3 tonight. He's hitting under 200 on the season. You're behind 1-0. Don't get any farther behind on a batter like this. The pitch. Low and in, ball 2, and it gets away from Adley, which will allow the runner to move up to second. Now, the runner himself doesn't mean a whole lot, but what it does is take away a ground ball double play. And now a 2-0 count on Polanco, who is down to first base for some reason. What? What happened? What the hell happened? Why is Polanco at first base? He was hit by a pitch? He was hit? Where? I did not see it hit him. Am I going nuts? 2 hit batters? Okay, finally I'm getting a look at this. Let's see this. Where? What? If it hit him, why didn't he didn't move a single. If you get hit, you're going to see whatever you got hit by move a little. Okay. 2 free base runners for the Mariners. And an umpire that's been crap all night long. Are they just trying every possible thing they can to ensure the Orioles don't win this ball game? It sure feels that way. Dominic Canzone is up. Ryan Bliss is pinch running at first for Jorge Polanco. I'm assuming he's quite fast. First and second, 1 out. The first pitch to Canzone. Swing and a miss, and a ball gets away again, but the runners don't advance. Jesus Christ. 0-1 the count on Canzone. The pitch. Swung on, grounded, right side. O'Hearn has it. He will tag the bag for out number 2. 2 down in the 9th. It does push both runners up 1 base. The tying run is now in scoring position. And look who's coming up. It's Julio Rodriguez. Folks, I am not opposed to not giving him anything to hit. I know he struggled this season, but he's still Julio Rodriguez, and the guy hitting next is nowhere near the hitter of a Julio Rodriguez. Go ahead and try, Kimmy. Just don't throw anything in the zone, please. The first pitch. Swung on and fouled back. That was on the inside edge. That would have been a strike. 1 strike on Rodriguez. 2 down, second and third in the bottom of the 9th. The next pitch, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The crowd is as loud as you would expect in a situation like this. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Lifted in the air to the right side and gonna go foul out of play. The Mariners are down to their final strike. One and 2 the count on Rodriguez. 2 down in the 9th. The pitch. Swung on, and he just got a piece of that one. A fastball above the zone. Rodriguez stays alive. The count's still a ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the next 1-2 pitch from Kimbrel. Swing and a miss! Strike 3! And the Orioles hang on! They start this West Coast road trip in style with a pitching gem combined between Grayson Rodriguez, Yenier Cano, Cianel Perez, and Craig Kimbrel shutting the door. Look, folks, say hi to the hat. The hat. who's been on standby. I've been secretly holding it by my side, folks, because I just didn't want to do anything unless I had to. The hat is on. Your boy's feeling good. The Orioles with a 2-0 shutout. Grayson Rodriguez wins his 10th ball game of the season. The Mariners held to just 2 hits, both of them singles. Unbelievable. Here's your scoring summary. In the top of the 4th, we took a 1-0 lead on a Anthony Santander single that scored Gunnar Henderson. And in the 7th, Cedric Mullins with a seeing eye single up the middle that scored Jordan Westberg. Your final score, Orioles 2, Mariners nothing. 2 runs on 9 hits. No errors for the Mariners. No runs, just 2 hits, no errors. Holy Toledo. Both teams left 7 men on base. We had 2 guys caught stealing. The Mariners did steal a base on us. But wow, we had 11 combined strikeouts amongst our pitchers. Grayson gave up just the 2 hits. He did walk 4 batters, but yeah, 2 hits and 6 base runners all night long amongst all the pitchers. That's how we get this West Coast trip started, folks. So that pushes us up to 54-31. Am I right? Yeah, 54-31. We are tied for the most wins in the American League, and we have the best record in the East, folks. That's right. Brag about it to your friends tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, let's take a look at tomorrow's matchup as we get set for Game 2 of the series. Folks, whoa, look at that jump up to 14-27. I mean, welcome in, new people. You won't regret it. 73 till 15 hundo before the All-Star break. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at tomorrow's matchup. I'm going to take it on over to the ESPN page because I'm not really a big fan of the old Yahoo page for this sort of information. Up by 1 in percentage points, and again, a 2-run lead in the loss column, which for me means everything. When you're a winning team, it's all about losing less. All right, tomorrow's matchup, 10 p.m. first pitch. Folks, you thought tonight was late night. We're going to have a slumber party tomorrow. I hope you guys have plenty of coffee on your end. We're going to have a late one tomorrow, 10:10, first pitch. Your boy will be on the air at 10 a.m. on the nose, which is 10 p.m. on the nose, which is 9 a.m. for me, which is very, very weird. And look who's on the mound, folks. Dean Kramer, welcome back. Folks, the month of June, not only did we survive a tough schedule, not only did we only have 1 day off, not only did we break a record for most home runs hit in a month, not only did we finish that tough month in first place, folks, Dean Kramer is back. And the pitching staff is about to get a little bit stronger again. It's going to be Kramer against Logan Gilbert. Oh, doctor, come on back tomorrow, folks. My goodness. The Orioles, 54-31, 23 games above 500. Hot damn, I love this team, and I love you guys as well. Let's take a look at Charm City Chat. I'll say my goodbyes. There's nowhere for me to send you people. Nobody's covering any of these 2 remaining games that I know. So let me say thank you and good night to folks like Miss Janet Hill for another fantastic job in Charm City Chat. How easy was Charm City Chat tonight there, Janet? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Maybe these West Coast games has more of a West Coast mentality, you know? People are more chill, more laid back. Hey there, Shantae, Animan, Baxter, Curtis, Bass, Joe, Rand P., Shantae, Kenneth, Book Doc, Gerald, Chilo. Kimmerl now back into a tie. I guess him and Kenley Jansen are going to keep neck and neck in the race there for all-time saves. John Emmanuel Ramos Henderson. That's a mouthful. I got it all out there. Happy to have you here, buddy. Kelstar with a win. High Priest of the Church of Tea. Dennis Allery. Vonnie. Calvin. I get you already, buddy. So many people. Rob, thanks once again for your help with the Charm City chat. Jack Crick. Jack, I hope you enjoyed tonight's win. No matter how we got it, we got it. Bartman. So many people, folks. So little time. Judy. Landshark. All right, folks, if I didn't get your name out, it doesn't mean I'm trying to do you wrong. I'm just I'm running out of room here. That's gonna do it. The Orioles win. A shutout on the road against the Seattle Mariners. All right. Come on back tomorrow, folks. 10 p.m. I'll be on the air. Get on back here. I need some guidance for a late night ball game. I'm too young for this. I can't be up this late. All right, folks. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day, which is already coming up on noon. Have a good rest of your night, folks. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, folks, this has been the Bird Watcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Have a good night, everybody.